I am resident of Collinwood for YouTube. Jules Sades, that is my buddy Alan Gallant, that is my buddy Patrick McCray. We are here to continue our review of Star Trek Continues, which features the lovely voice work of Vic Mignogna, which he's very talented, and he's not just playing Captain Kirk in this; he's playing Tiberius. Very, very talented voice actor. So, guys, what you think? What you think of this episode? The plot of it?
Well, I'm sorry, Alan, you go.
It's pretty cool. It sort of combines a couple of different sort of ideas from several of them. The Doomsday Machine, only it's a black hole, and also the Deadly Years.
Yes, that's a good bit of the Deadly Years.
It's got that feel to it. I mean, it's an original script and everything else, but you've got elements, elements that work towards it. So it's kind of cool. It's cool that way. And Vic is having to do triple duty in this one. And I thought the camera work was fantastic. Hello.
Hi, hello. You were saying.
The camera work, they did a really good job with the camera work, with the two of them not being able to do split screen. They didn't have the either they didn't have the time, money, or the want to put the effort in for split screen. They didn't have to.
So that's an interesting question. Did they basically shoot this, do you think, with the sort of technology that they would have had access to when the show was made?
They had access to split screen. They used it several times in Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah. But in this case, it was creative camera work, and it worked. It worked fine. They had a body double for old Kirk most of the time, occasionally for young Kirk, and it worked. It was fine. I had no objection to it whatsoever. Very theatrical, in that respect. This also is another episode that pulls on the heartstrings a little bit, and successfully does so. So that's good acting and good writing, combination of both, to make that happen, where you can, bring the audience in that way and manipulate their feelings in an ethical way and make it work.
Let me ask you guys a question, because I suspect you have access to some sort of electronic device that will give you the records of the people involved in this. Who wrote this episode? Because I think I know, but before I speak and remove all doubt, I want to.
Yes. Hold on a second here.
I think it's Judy Burns.
It is. Yeah, I remember seeing that because I think we had talked about that at some point.
So you know who Judy Burns was or is?
Well, didn't she write for the original Star Trek?
Wrote the Tholian Web.
That's right. And she was like 19 years old or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
So this is the closest that Star Trek has gotten, with the exception of, I think, maybe anything, to a writer for the original series doing a sequel.
Yeah.
To one of their own pieces.
Yes.
Done on the script,
because,
like David Gerrold did Blood and Fire.
Yeah.
But he didn't write the script.
I mean, there's direct references to the Tholian Web in this episode, right? Yeah, because that's how the split and the anomaly happens. So that's how they kind of get into that. I will say that they're extremely dedicated to their science in this episode, and make at least enough sense to suspend for the willing suspension of disbelief, even though they're talking about various things that aren't really familiar to the audience. But then again, in the original series, that was done several times as well, in order to make sense out of a certain sequence, and to propel it to the next level, basically. So I thought, again, it worked very well. They took the elements of all those previous shows and sort of, weaved them together, and created something that was that made total sense.
I think, you talk about pulling on the heartstrings, and one of the things I think about when I think of this episode, for one thing, this episode's all about sound. The unusual sound of Tiberius's voice and how that's modulated.
Yeah.
Older Kirk's voice versus younger Kirk's voice.
Yeah.
But also, and this is one of the things I don't think Vic gets enough credit for, his ability to manipulate, use, employ, and augment studio music from the original series is phenomenal.
Yeah, the music bed is very true to the original series, and he understands what each peak moment needs, and also understands what kind of music is used just before commercial break when there is either a cliffhanger or one of those close-up shots, reaction shots.
Yeah.
Well, I follow him on it. I follow him on Instagram. He writes and does music, so
yeah. So he's aware of how it works. Yeah. Absolutely. It's real important to do. That's one of the reasons why I had so much respect for Sybil Weinberger, because she had to work in this chaos of every day, and putting together this, and also she had to sync up what she wanted with an audio tech, because those people were doing the panning and the diffusions and setting, and for most of the run of the show they were doing it with these acetate discs instead of carts, so it was hard to, they had to cue things up, and some of the acetate discs I have cue burns on them because they were used a lot.
Joel, I'm going to take one of your questions. I'm going to turn it around on you. What was the most shocking moment in this episode for you?
The interaction between old man Kirk and young Kirk, and the trip down memory lane into Kirk's past. Because he is Kirk,
right? And he knows, he has those memories from when Kirk was 35 or younger.
And the fact that Vic and whoever, they pulled this off. I mean, just that could not have been easy. And, listening to Vic as the computer voice too, as Tiberius. And I was saying to you last night, Patrick, that when you go listen to Edward Elric, when you listen to Vic doing Edward Elric, he's not doing his voice. Vic's not like using his own voice. He's doing a voice for Edward, and he sounds like a kid, and it's like, holy shit. And if you've ever listened to the original Broly, that's him, that's Vic. And when he did to me, he's still the best Broly. No offense to who they got now, he's it.
He is the Sean Connery, or the Barry Nelson, if you will, of Broly.
He knows how to. To me, the thing I take away most from him after following on Instagram, this isn't just somebody who looks at a script and goes, "Oh, okay." He reads the character, and that's one of the most important things an actor can do. Yeah,
you have to be able to do that. One of those scenes are also technically really well done, very specific, and because you can mess that up really fast if you don't have the right eye line. When he's talking to himself, and you have to have the stand-in there, even if they're off camera, or a stage manager holding a ruler at eye line so that they have something to look at. You can mess that up really easy. Technique.
Did you ever, Alan? Did you ever hear Richard Dean Anderson's Michael Shanks Stargate stories.
No, I'm sure
funny.
they have. Yes, I'm sure they're a legion.
Yeah, well,
That show was on for a long time. So
Michael Shanks, when he first started doing Dr. Daniel Jackson for the series, they would have him and the woman who played Sam come in, Amanda Tappan, come in and read these ridiculous lines, long lines. And when Michael Shanks proved he could do it, Richard Dean Anderson pulled him aside and said, "Way to go. You proved you could do it." He goes, "I don't understand." And he showed him his script. He goes, "Look at my thumb. Look how long my lines are. They don't go past my thumb. They will now make you say more and more and more and more words, no matter how ridiculous, because you just proved you could do it."
You can do it. That's right.
Well, yeah, I can't
Long as
imagine
they
the
pay
last
me.
time I was up in Canada at the Shaw Festival and saw Richard Dean Anderson in Major Barbara. You know, I mean, he's a nice guy, good actor, very instinctive. He's not necessarily Paxton Whitehead in
No.
in the cerebral department. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
And he and I was trained by the same guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah, this episode, just from a psychology standpoint, just from a pacing standpoint, and just from a pulling it off standpoint, what an amazing job by everybody involved. And I know I keep saying that with this series, but very impressed.
It bears repeating.
Yeah, with everybody.
Did James Kerwin direct this episode? Who directed this one? I hope it wasn't Vic, for his sake.
No, I don't think it was Vic, because I think that would have probably had it given him a nervous breakdown with playing 3 different roles, all one role, but yet different.
Yeah. I have but one role. His name is Esther.
I have but one.
Who directed this? Who directed this bad boy?
I'm looking it up.
Pituitary. Patu Gesundheit.
That's right.
Take Patu and call me in the morning.
Okay. Still treads the shadow. Julian Higgins?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not Kerwin. Kerwin directed the last episode.
Did he? Good. Okay. I was worried Vic would have to do that too, and that would be an awful lot to ask.
Yeah. No, Julian
Okay.
And they have
Kerwin directs 2 out of the next 3. And Vic directs
story is.
9. I don't know.
We should find out for the next episode. So we only have 2 more to go if you count the finale as, one movie, which I tend to do. I don't see any reason to cut them up. Except that from a production standpoint, it would have been hell to have shot them both at once.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when everybody else probably had other jobs to go to as well. Situation like this, it's like, yeah.
What's you guys' favorite scenes?
I really like the stuff. I mean, the stuff with Tiberius I like, but I also like the stuff, and I can't remember her name, but with the female lead, I think she was wonderful in Battlestar Galactica. A very, very, very strong actor. There's not enough parts for Indian American actresses.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I assume she's from India, maybe she's Pakistan, or someplace else in the Middle East. I don't know, but I would assume she was from India, and she's just fantastic, and she's very good in this. I buy it. I buy it.
Defiant.
I buy it.
The emotional. The emotional connection that she has with old Kirk more than young Kirk. Sure. It's like she doesn't want to leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because he's already been alone for over 100 years.
Well, she's a Boston legal fan.
that interesting comment by young Kirk at the end of it. He's not alone anymore. It's that kind of a thing. So it's like, maybe not. Maybe his strange new world is populated. So
it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think of the ending of the black hole when Maximilian Schell merges with the big red Maximilian.
Yes. Maximilian merged with everything. That's why he was Maximilian.
Man. Yeah, the interaction between old man Kirk and Kirk's childhood friend, the woman who was, I think, is so powerful. To me, it's my favorite scene. It's so good.
It's the thing that we don't normally get in life, and that's closure of a sort.
Yeah. And there's a good old fashioned Star Trek transporter double cross.
Yes.
Like done twice. They get Kirk, and then Kirk gets her.
Right.
And nobody winds up where they think they're going to wind up.
No.
Yeah.
And the transporter people were totally confused as they decided to, ignore their actual captain and go with old Kirk's orders. It's like they just plowed through that, though. You don't have to think about that too much. Yeah.
By the time they got that straightened out, she should have come back speaking with old Kirk's voice.
With an additional head. Right?
That's right. Just a Gilligan's Island moment.
Or maybe it's Rosie Greer's head, like the monster.
That's like a good movie. That's like a good movie.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie, Jewel?
What's that?
It's called The Beast with Two Heads, I think.
Yeah.
Ray Milland and Rosie Greer on the same body.
Yes.
It's
a huge body.
No, I don't think I ever have.
In fact, the movies were good.
Yeah, no. What's that movie with Bruce Willis and those two women who are like dead or something or whatever? I forget what it's called.
Night of the Lepus.
No.
Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
Which has been made into a musical, folks.
So was Night of the Lepus, which is why I was thinking of big lavish Broadway.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. When do you want to do the next episode?
I'm happy to do it whenever. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the reason I was asking about Battlestar Galactica is that it features Athena.
Yes.
The daughter of June Lockhart. Anne Lockhart.
Yeah.
I got a good June Lockhart story.
Oh yeah. She's still with us, by the way, and apparently she is. She's quite. Yeah.
So my story is going to be about that. Babylon 5 show up. June Lockhart had just filmed her episode. I don't know how old she would have been in.
I don't know, but she's like 98 or something now.
So in 1993, that would have been
32 years ago. 65 years old. 66.
Okay, so that's nothing. So 65. Yeah. Spring chick. Exactly. There you go. And apparently, quite the rapacious the rapacious figure testing the mettle of many a technician.
Okay.
To everyone's delight and happiness. Apparently, she was quite the rake.
Yes.
Around the set, and good for her.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure. Yeah, she has always been described as somebody who was alive in so many ways.
As Judge Smales says in Caddyshack, Lacey has a certain zest for living.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Bill Mumy used to talk about how she was in her middle years when they did Lost in Space, and she was listening to all the latest music.
She brought the Allman Brothers to the set.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So,
He's in her 30s, you know.
Yeah, so going late 30s, I think, at that time, or maybe 40 at max.
Yeah.
But you know,
all right. Let's see. How's Tuesday, guys, for the next episode?
it's good. It's good.
I can't get
Episode
enough.
9.
Okay, so Tuesday we'll do the next episode of Star Trek Continues. Link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows Daybook of Bound is going to be in the description box. Link to Alan Gallant's YouTube channel, Colin Sport After Dark, is going to be in the description box. Go give that man a subscribe. God damn it!
Please do.
You guys have a great night and take care.
Cool.
Snip wisely.